Oh, thank you. Blessed risings to you as well. Thank you. The temple needs its pharaoh. Never ask a woman her age, a man her salary, or Jen Sherman if she will ever drink a soy latte. Am I right? 6 people who joined me on the cool down ride today. We've created a stream where we make jokes for 5 other people, and yet somehow 5,000 are watching. And they're all like, he's talking to me. Before you made jokes for just one person? That's true. It was me. It was me. I don't know, dude. I was that 10-minute cooldown ride when Jen Sherman, it was Train, Drops of Jupiter, open parentheses, Tell Me, close parentheses. When the lead singer of Train goes, the best soy latte that you've ever had in me. And then she went, I've never had a soy latte. If I had to bet, I never will have a soy latte. And I was like, oh, damn, girl, literally who asked? Maybe she loves oat milk. I hope. Never ask a man his salary, a woman her age, or Alex Toussaint to sign your book. So true. Some of you guys are pretty cool. Do not ask Alex Toussaint to sign your book after he's already been at the book signing for 30 minutes. Allegedly. Allegedly. Okay, we have not done Bandle yet. 2008, 863 million views. Okay, you ready for this? Oh, yeah, okay. I'm gonna know. I think I can get it just from this. I swear I'm not looking at chat. I just gotta think about it. You want some langadi taka. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta skip one and go next. Piano plus bells. That syncopation is so familiar. It's like it's got a little bit of a Monster Mash type. Ooh, okay. How about strings 1? I'm a little embarrassed of myself. I don't know it. I don't know it yet. I'm gonna know it, but skip me. Start. Oh, it's fucking I used to Viva La Vida by Coldplay. Okay, yes, it's Viva La Vida. There we go. I thought you were a true millennial. What people don't realize is that they group millennials into different classes of millennial, right? Or into a monoculture, okay? But there's such a huge contingent of millennials that there's actually delineations between them. For example, there are boomer millennials. What is a boomer millennial? In university, they had a poster of Tony Montana going, da, 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 say hello to my little friend. And probably the poster of the women sitting at the edge of the swimming pool, and all their backs are painted like the Pink Floyd album covers. And even into like 30s, middle age, they're the people that are buying t-shirts that say like keep calm and shame, you know, like Game of Thrones meets Winston Churchill era propaganda posters. Then there's like millennials, and I would put myself in this class, and these are people who talk exclusively in Step Brothers, Napoleon Dynamite, Anchorman, Dodgeball, old school hangover quotes. That's I come by it honestly. And then there's like Zoomer millennials, and Zoomer millennials, they're like the people that are like 4 years younger than me that relate more to Zoomers. They got the SpongeBob memes. They've got the Fairly Odd Parents. They love to watch cartoons that are not for adults, but they're for general audiences, and they watch them as adults. That's my take on that. I'm not a boomer millennial. There are boomer millennials that are closer to Gen X than to the Gen Z millennials who are closer to Gen Z. I mean, I think it makes sense. There's like, what, there's got to be like 3 billion millennials or something like that. There's a lot of them, man. I think, like, also culture changed so fast based on the introduction of the internet. Now, obviously, it varies regionally speaking as well. But I think there's like millennials who were like 15 when they got regular internet access. So they're almost like more like their parents. And then there's like millennials who got internet access regularly when they were in like early elementary school. And that's me. And I'm kind of straddling the line between my parents and the always online Gen Z generation. And then there's millennials who have never known a world without the internet. And I think that's the SpongeBob meme millennials. And we all come by it honestly. It's no, it's not meant to be an insult either way. You can't control the culture you're born in. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm thinking like first try today, probably. Maybe second try. You grabbed any Halloween candy sales from Costco now that it's November? No, I bought my Halloween candy in October so I could give it out for Halloween. I'm not going to buy discounted Halloween candy at this point. I already have too much Halloween candy. Like everybody else, I forgot that the world has changed apparently. We bought way too much Halloween candy, gave out like, 30% of it at most, and then replenished our supply by going out trick-or-treating with our child. So if anything, we ended up gaining candy on Halloween. But I did go to Costco yesterday. Richmond Costco on a Saturday, do not go. It's full. I'm not saying that's when we go, so like we don't want more people. I'm saying I do not go then. It's the inconvenience of being there is worse than the savings you get from being there. Richmond Costco on a Wednesday was almost like a decadent experience. Still pretty busy, don't get me wrong. But there were few enough people. I feel like I got some decadent free samples. They were giving people samples of Silver Hills bread. They don't just give you the bread, because like you know what bread tastes like. One of these days. I'm so close to getting that one in the hopper. They were making a tuna salad sandwich, slicing it into like eighths, and then giving it out, and there was nobody there. So I had an eighth of a tuna salad sandwich from the free sample station. Then there was one, like normally there's a lot of people waiting for samples. Like the lineup is like 6-7 people deep on a busy day. There was none people in line for any sample, except there was one lineup that had 8 people, and I was like, this one must be for like a premium sample. Lady said, thank you for waiting. Looked at the tray, fully loaded potato skins. It's like, you know what, I'm not gonna wait in line for it. I've made my choice not to pay with my time, but I can understand at least why those people were waiting in line. It's not like a normal busy day at Costco where people are waiting in line for like, 35 milliliters of iced tea. I want to pump orange juice into my veins. Did you know that like only 41% of American households purchase orange juice? I don't think the other 59% steal it, by the way. I'm tired of seeming like the minority for not being an orange juice consumer. It turns out that we non-orange juice consumers are in the plurality. We're the largest voting bloc. I'm glad to hear all the criticisms about orange juice, because I've been saying them for years. A, sure, too sugary. I would agree with that. But B, it's like lots of sugar, but somehow doesn't taste sweet. C, too expensive. Also, the Tropicana and Simply Orange need to be put in their place. Know your place. Why do you make the cartons, the bottles, so non-standard? Every other juice company is like, here's a milk carton. It fits nicely in your fridge around all the other cartons. Here's a bottle that goes like straight up. Fits nicely into the bottle section of your fridge. Simply Orange is like, check it out. It's fucking fat as hell at the bottom, and it's a square, so it doesn't fit well in the shelf. And then at the top, it tapers up, thus making it unwieldy in terms of its height, so it doesn't stand nicely in the section where things can stand. And you're like, you gotta chill out. I honestly don't give a shit about the shipping constraints, you know? I want that shit to fit in my fridge without needing me to, like, you know, play Tetris for 2 hours. Can I say something? I've been pretty wishy-washy on Taylor Swift. Halfway through the 45-minute Matt Wilper's Power Zone endurance ride today, they played Cruel Summer. I've heard the song a few times on Spotify. It comes on after Olivia Rodrigo's Bad Idea, right? That's a good song. I'm not anti-Taylor Swift. I think that might be the first Taylor Swift song I've ever heard where I was kind of like, I get it now. I've never been anti-Taylor Swift. Most of the other songs I've been like, seems okay, but I don't really get it. This one, I was like, I get it. First movie NL will see in theaters is going to be the Eras Tour. I wouldn't say I'm confused about why she has so many albums, because I understand that she is remaking older albums that she's got the rights to. But like, she's remaking them and also coming out with like an album every 11 months. Like, it's quite a prolific work rate, man. You gotta respect it. She's doing like a Guided by Voices, but the songs aren't even like 90 seconds long like Bob Pollard's are. It's because it's mass-produced pop. Guy who listens to Nickelback be like, sorry, I don't know if you listen to Nickelback. I know you probably take yourself a little too seriously, but listen, we're not talking about Demi Lovato here, okay? We're talking about Taylor Swift. We're talking about Olivia Rodrigo. It's not mass-produced. That shit is small batch. You know, you got to give it some respect. Maybe it's not exactly up your alley. You know, it's not Jesu or something like that, but everything has a time and a place, you know? Hey, NL, did you know that aerobic exercise over 30 minutes causes neuropathy? All right, that's a good one. Now do the toxic effects of obesity, okay? I'm not saying you're wrong necessarily. I'm saying you probably read an article on Men's Health that said you should only be running for 30 minutes or something like that. I'm just saying you got to evaluate it versus the counterfactuals, okay? Otherwise, you just sound like a hater. He said neurogenesis? Oh, never mind. You sound like a lover. Thank you. No wonder I'm getting so smart lately. You can't read, though? This shit is flying by real fast, okay? They said it at the exact same time that I made a mistake in the Dark Souls clone. So there was lots of emotes as well. Hey, now, what do you think about Twitch focusing on third-party emotes instead of channel emotes? I think the follow-up question, and I say this without derision, is why do you care? Let's search inside of yourself and find out why you're so interested in these minute machinations of the digital content business when you're not involved in it. Because I pay very little mind to it. And I'm immersed in this shit just about every day. So whenever I see, and again, it's just coming from a place of genuine curiosity. I would hate to be seen as incurious. Whenever I see parasocial people, particularly on Twitter, getting into like a, you know, my streamer could beat up your streamer debate, or like, here's my thoughts on the business of Twitch TV, I'm like, with all due respect, my brother, you're a CPA. Shouldn't you be posting clickbait about how like the Canada Revenue Agency is trying to take the last 2 pennies out of your wallet or something like that? Are we only allowed to ask questions about which we have a burning passion? Well, I don't know. I guess it's just a difference in opinion. I like to talk about things that I care about, like scooped bagels. Well, I am passionate about that because I'm passionate about, you know, like society. What can I say? I'm like the Joker for real. The Joker and the Rizzler. All wrapped up in one unique package. Rizzler at the Ohio game? Oh, shit. Rizzler at the Ohio game. I have celiac, so I'm really invested in scooped bagels. It's with all respect, I swear. But shouldn't you just, like, not eat bagels to begin with? Or are there degrees of celiac? Is it like my version of lactose intolerance? Where, like, if I have an entire McDonald's milkshake, I'll wake up with diarrhea. But if I only have like 2 sips of my wife's McDonald's milkshake, like I just get that yummy strawberry flavor with no consequences. Could say the same about Coke Zero. Why don't you just drink water? I'm not allergic to Coke Zero. I don't understand. It's not even... Your ass just came in last at the analogy competition. It doesn't make any sense. I'm drinking a Coke Zero right now. My tummy feels amazing. Came in what? Came in last at the analogy competition. Did I stutter? You see Peloton profited 285 mil last quarter? I'm telling you, it's the Egg Carton, baby. We're saving the business. One mentally ill 2-hour block every single day at a time. Hey NL, are you going to do the Matt Wilpers 120-minute ride with the Egg Carton? Hey Julius Caesar, are you going to invade Gaul and kill Vercingetorix? Bro, we threw that shit before we walked into the room. That was Sunday's ride. Hey, fucking... Coelacanth. Are you going to grow legs and crawl out of the sea and be the precursor to mammalian evolution? It's not a coelacanth, is it? I always say coelacanth, but it's not a coelacanth. What is it? It's not a relicanth. Come on. It's a fish? What's that first fish that walked on land? It's fucked up that there's like 900 Pokemon references in chat. Not a single person knows the answer to this. It's fucked up that I don't know the answer to this, too. Miyazaki called. He wants his Dark Souls 2 back. Tic-tac rose. Okay, well, honestly, this is why you should not get a 4-year degree in biology. Because they were not talking about tic-tac rose back in 08, okay? There was a long-named fish that started with a C, and they were like 100% science knows. This is the first bad bitch that walked on land. All of a sudden, somebody unearths something deep in the Arctic icebergs, and all of a sudden, turns out everything you learned was a damn lie. Is your Christmas tree up yet? It's not, but this is where we're at. I love the holidays now, because seeing the holidays through the eyes of my child makes me feel like a child again. So I want to be the cringe that starts amping up, not like every day is like Christmas themed, but I want to start getting a little Christmas decor up. Maybe even this weekend, even though Halloween literally has just been over for like, you know, less than 2 days. My wife is like, come on. We're basically saying like, you know, like, what do you say fuck me for to the month of November? But here's my position. In Canada, November is kind of a nothing month. I understand, like in America, you got American Thanksgiving, so you got something to like break it up. In Canada, we don't have shit. I mean, we have Remembrance Day, okay? And I feel like I'm the authority on that because my birthday's in November. So if I'm okay saying fuck November, then like it should be my way or the frickin' highway. Like I like November because it's my birthday. That being said, there's no denying that it's kind of like the January of the end of the year. Okay, I'm gonna back it up. I'm gonna try something a little goofy here. Oh, and then parry it. Do it. Oh! Now, I knew it was coming. I forgot that one was coming, though. What the hell was that? Did you just farted lightning on me? There was a lightning fart in there that I've never seen before. We go left. Then over. Then through. It's like when you're to the woods to grandmother's house we go. Now we just eat this one. Perfect. To the right. Now wait for it. And one more. Oh, spooky. Hi. That was my wife. She must be taking down our Halloween decorations, which means maybe we're putting up our Christmas decorations. I'm pogging. To the right. And then simmer. And then simmer once more. Okay, relax. I want the perfect attack. To the left. This doesn't have a follow-up. Over top with the lightning bolt. We get out of the... We get into the way. Now you rush me. Don't even bother parrying this. Let's see some new tech. Holy cow. Okay, progress.
Oh, Simon.
Uh-oh. That one precog from the end of Minority Report be like, run! Me, age 12, sitting in the seats, almost falling asleep because it's the end of the second act and things have calmed down a little bit. Ah! Alright, well this seems bad. I don't get it. It's a good movie. You should see it. It's Steven Spielberg. Okay, I've got no Estes. She's fucking quick with it, bro. She's fucking slick with it. Oh my god. Oh, dude. Holy. Try equipping Acid Grindstone for phase 1. Okay, check this one. Forget an Acid Grindstone. Oh, wait a minute. This is what we want right here. Eat this acid. The classic, the toothbrush. This one doesn't even have an ult. Poke. Oh man. They're feeling it. No lightning. Okay, we gotta apply some acid. Me when I'm Timothy Leary. That was horrible. Is this kind of cooking?
Ooh, that's kind of small.
Or am I insane? Like that, it kind of felt like it was cooking. You did no damage? Considering the speed of my attacks, I thought it was kind of cooking. Yankee with no ults, that's kind of a tough one for us, honestly. That stings. I don't think it's cooking. I think if anything, Acid Grindstone makes more sense. That being said, I don't have the Acid Grindstone. I have a Fire Grindstone. Maybe I do. Maybe I have... I only got three cracks at the Rizzler, though? How does that happen? You can probably buy it. I guess I have the temporary version right now. Oh, it was like in 5 seconds we broke the shield? That's actually like too easy. Now I'm gonna get accused of malarkey. You're actually dealing damage now too? I know, is this how most people play the game? No wonder they can't handle any real stress. People be like, yeah, I beat the hard game. I beat it in the easiest way possible. How was it? Oh, it wasn't that bad. Why play with an arm tied behind your back? I don't know, it's kind of fun sometimes. You ever hear of a three-legged race? Probably not. They don't do it in homeschool. I guess you could do it in homeschool too. That shouldn't be insulting. If you have like a sibling that's also being homeschooled. Why is the homeschool joke so funny every time? I don't know. I think like, I just did betwixt the lasers. I think it's because like, you know, 85% of people didn't get homeschooled. I felt like I blocked that one. So like you can laugh. It's not like a 51-49 joke. Like you can laugh at it, and then what is the other 15% gonna do? Be like, my mom is a really good teacher? I mean, she might be. You think 15% of kids are homeschooled? That seems high. Well, like fuck it, just look it up. I'm fighting like Zacia the complete right here. I'm fighting Centrum Silver, okay? Can you just look up the stats? The thing is, my hunch is that we probably underestimate the amount of people out there that are homeschooled because we never meet them. Because the way you meet most people in your life is through school. So I did a guess, you know, the guess might be wrong. That's why it's called a damn guess. I mean, the genes are not called stat, you know, the genes are called guess for a damn reason. It has increased lately. I mean, there's lots of reasons people might homeschool their kids, right? There's religious reasons, political reasons. I know, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but I know a couple of people who are like, we're gonna start homeschooling our kids because like they don't teach math anymore. And I'm like, that seems like I'm not gonna homeschool my kid because I don't know shit about high school level math either at this point. I mean, I took it back in the day, but it's kind of like it's deprecated knowledge. But that being said, I feel like it's kind of a rite of passage to learn the same bit of mathematics like 14 times. Like in the 7th grade, this is what you're gonna learn next year, and then in the 8th grade, it's like we're gonna do like a little introduction to it. Then in the 9th grade, they're like recently they've changed the curriculum so you don't learn this till 10th grade. Then in 10th grade, they're like, it's been a while since we interfaced with this, so we're gonna teach the intro again to make sure everybody remembers as much as possible. Then in 11th grade, you actually learn it. Then in 12th grade, they're like, we didn't get enough kids to sign up for the second edition of this class, so we're just going to teach the 11th grade and the 12th grade at the same time. And then in college, they're like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. In college, they're like, everybody came from a different high school background, so we got to start right from zero all over again. And then you can finally start learning about the mathematical calculations. I did indeed hear that the budget for SheHulk was $250 million. That being said, I think we should stop looking at that stuff as a negative. Because it's $250 million, you know, a lot of it probably went to executives, to be fair. Maybe we should think of it as a bad thing. Either way, like, you know, some good caterers and craft services and, you know, directors of photography and stuff like that, they got paid. They made their mortgage payments as a result of working on that. A lot of, you know, talented people working in different varieties of production. Yeah, carpenters got paid. There were like union workers who got the, you know, they bought their kids Christmas presents with the money they made on SheHulk. It's not like it just got put into like a furnace. Just because the show sucked doesn't mean it's ass. Like the money was just vaporized. That being said, Marvel is cooked, man. Did you see that report that they were gonna like, they were talking about bringing back the original Avengers via the multiverse, and then I mean, come on, man. It's over. It's over. We had a good run. You can't bring Robert Downey Jr. back for like one more send-off. You already had like 3 send-offs. You had exactly the right number of send-offs for people to not be like, oh, come on. Hot take, all Marvel movies are mid? Yeah, that's a really hot take. It's the first time I've ever heard that one. It's fine if you want to have that opinion, but I better not go to your letterboxd and then see something like Ice Age 2 is at like a 4.5 stars, okay? No, Ice Age 2 is better than anything the Russo brothers have ever done, bro. Fucking Scrat goes crazy in that movie. He loses his nut, man. That's unironically true, though. Russo brothers haters when they're forced to remember that the Russo brothers worked on Arrested Development seasons 1 through 3. Yesterday I watched About Schmidt. Really? We're going, you know, it's November. November's a great month to catch up on the Alexander Payne filmography. Is it? Yeah, I mean, what else you got? You're going to be busy in December, or you're going to have, like, stuff to do at least. You might have stuff to do in November, I don't know. It's kind of like the last month that anyone in North America gets any real work done, unless you work retail. But, like, if you need to have some shit done, like, on your house or something, now's the time. Start sending those emails. Pretty soon, people will be like, I'm in Cabo Wabo from, sorry, I'm out of the office from December 2nd until January 14th. Really? You're a cardiac surgeon? Yeah, if you guys could just chill on the infarctions for 6 weeks, that would be great. Brother, this is 100% real? I know, I'm saying. Basically, what I'm trying to suggest is that nobody should be allowed to have time off. If their job is important. If you're a streamer, you can go on vacation like once every couple weeks if you want to, because like you're not going to be missed. But if you do something like valuable for society, you got to hang out. Who wins, Millennia or this? I mean, no one is saying, in my opinion, all joking aside, nobody's given Lies of P its flowers. Is it better than the best Souls games? Probably not. But it is harder. This shit is harder than Elden Ring. Melania, perhaps notwithstanding. But like the average boss in Lies of P is way harder than the average boss in any Souls game, I think. There are also fewer bosses, but people always forget that like 1 in 6 Dark Souls bosses is like a marquee boss. And then like the average Dark Souls boss is like 4 blue guys that you just attack until they fall over. Maybe not the median boss. Go play Sekiro, man. I played Sekiro when you were in like the 4th grade, bro. You forget your average viewer is like 30? It was easier to forget because most 30-year-olds are not saying shit like, go play Sekiro, bro. Now get ready. Oh! I was not ready. Should've known, should've known, should've known. Just learn to hang for a minute. I love that this is like the revenge of the Souls boss. Like they're circling around me. Okay, you got me. And I'm like, you can't circle around me. Stop circling around me in a counterclockwise direction so fast. Lies of P definitely better than DS2 and DS3. I mean, I would say it's definitely better than Dark Souls 2. Sorry, H-Bomber guy. Dark Souls 3 may well be my favorite Souls game. So I'm going to have to push back on that one a little bit. Dark Souls 1, I have the most nostalgia for, obviously. Bloodborne has the best setting. But Dark Souls 3, to me, even more so than Elden Ring, is like the most refined. If I can say something without everybody getting on my case, you know, obviously Elden Ring was a great game and like game of the year last year. I find it maybe more than slightly. I find it a little bloated. A little too long. A little too many repeated bosses. Lots of extremely high highs. And the game is undoubtedly very impressive. It's a 10 out of 10. But I prefer, as a total package, I prefer Dark Souls 3. Even if Dark Souls 3 had a little bit too much, like, hey, remember Dark Souls 1? Sekiro, also great. Most underrated, for sure. Okay, how do I get the acid grindstone? This is my... Try to trick me?
Looks like the king of I must the light.
This dude literally just said you killed the king of puppets. That's the last time I talked to this dude was like 4 weeks ago.
Oh my god, bro! Why do you only have one?
Well, where the heck do I get where do I get it?
Talk to the butler then.
Okay.
At the house of Master Vanini.
Oh my god, you gotta hand him over like 5 boxes, bro. Holy shit! There you go, green one, green circle.
Ah.
Then we'll buy that one, and then what's on the right?
Guard performance.
No, on the right.
Destruction. Weapon stagger attack.
What's the red?
Weapon crit rate.
No.
Electric blitz.
Oh, bro, you missed some.
Oh, well, surprise.
Oh dear, Stork, I believe, and be careful.
Holy cow.
I always.
There you go.
It's like the most poor Pinocchio I've ever seen. You only got 2 amulets? Bro.
Leave. I can't believe you married a chatter. It stings a little bit when I think about it, for sure. You know, she was running interference like the whole lobby in Headbangers. And then when I died in one beat in the finals, I laughed. She came into my chat and said, I can't believe people were laughing while I was trying to focus. Make it make sense, bro. Hang on, do you have any crescent moonstones? Do you have any full moon? You don't have any full moons? Does anybody sell full moonstones? The other robe? These are 2 different dudes? I need a full moonstone, bro. You need to do side quests? You need to learn the definition of the word need, as far as I'm concerned. Why is your attention span so low? Why are you so motherfucking rude? People really be like working their sysadmin job, me up on the right monitor, old school RuneScape up on the left monitor, handling like incoming ticket requests, vaping like creme brulee elf bars, looking at their phone, TV on, just so they don't accidentally have like one original thought come into their brain, and they're like, why is your attention span so low? Like, never forget, by the way, I know that sounds rude. You started the fire, motherfucker. My attention span's just fine. I got no problem doing a 3-hour gauntlet to figure out how this boss works. Is your attention span is fucked up. You're like, beat it faster! Beat it faster! I got shit to do! No, you don't. Let's stop lying to each other. Thank you for not being an out-of-touch dickhead streamer. That is not the response I respected to that. Holy, I must be doing something right. Bootlicker WTF. Yum, 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 yum. Good attempt, NL. You got this. Thank you, DL Guiga. You see how everyone's attitude changes when I PB on the Peloton? Yesterday, people were like, this bald asshole ain't shit. Oh, whoops. This one. All of a sudden, I get a 446 kilojoule ride on the 30-minute Ali Love All-for-One Alanis Morissette ride, and everybody's like, you know what? I apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game. He did say he did 1,000 rides. I try not to annoy Kate with too much Peloton discourse, so I did have to tell her today I hit 1,000 rides. I didn't even tell her that it was also a PB. I mean, setting up a PB to also be on your 1000th ride, that's tough. Especially when your kid won't go the fuck to sleep, bro. Make it make sense. But that ride, that Alley Love ride, was literally like, it was like an old school Fortnite 1v1. I was fighting for my damn life. I finally got the kill, and then loot exploded out of the ride's body. I got the PB badge. I got a platinum 1000 rides badge. I got a badge for riding with 20 friends on the same ride. Big ups to the Egg Carton. I got a badge for doing a ride that was part of the All for One Music Festival in 2022. And I think I got another badge related to that I didn't even know what it was, honestly. 20's insane. Egg Carton's going hard, man. I think today, I mean, on the busiest ride, that hurts. On the busiest ride, we had 20 people, I think. And we had 6 people ride, myself included, for all 2 hours. But 20 people on one ride. Someone was saying yesterday that within 24 hours, we had 53 people in the Egg Carton do a ride. Like, we're getting dangerously close to actually appearing on, like, the Peloton ride information screen where it says, like, this ride is popular with this tag, which is going to be very confusing for a lot of people. You've even got people in the Egg Carton that don't have a bike or ride a bike, like the librarian. Okay, that stings. Listen. All right, all right. He has an honorary seat because of the 7-hour montage. Me taking the first minute of every ride off just to pay respect to the librarian's hard work on the Peloton Supercut. You got me, kid. I pay my respects during the warm-up. Me pedaling for 30 seconds before they even start counting the measurements, just to pay respect to the librarian. You know, I made a mistake yesterday, Kate, when we were at Costco, by the way. I was very hungry when we went to the food court. I said, forget the hot dog combo. I mean, the price is unbeatable. Everyone knows that. But I'm going to pay $6.99. I'm going to get the chicken strips and fries. As I was eating them, I was like, this is not the play. The play is you get the hot dog combo. Because the chicken strips, we have them in Canada. I don't know if they have them in the U.S. But I'm telling you sincerely, if you don't have them in the U.S., you're not missing out. They're like the chicken strips that literally, like all chicken strips are chicken strips that a 7-year-old would eat. These are the chicken strips that like a 7-year-old does eat. You know, they're the ones that come in the box. Inside of the box, there's a plastic bag full of chicken strips, and then they like put them in an industrial oven or something like that. And then the French fries are the same thing. Don't do it. Get the $1.50 hot dog with the drink. Get a slice of cheese pizza that's like somehow 800 calories. That's all the Costco food? Yeah, but I paid extra to get the chicken strips, and it was not worth it. Next time I'm going to learn my lesson. I'm not going to think that I'm too good for the damn hot dog. The fries slander is blasphemous? Well, that's it. I see you saying the poutine goes crazy, and I agree. But just on its own merits, the fries that they use are not good. In the poutine, they do go crazy. But that's also, I think it's largely due to the fact that they use good gravy and real cheese curds, which, as Malf will tell you, is part of the... That's a requirement for poutine to go off. The fries are so good. Well, I have great news for you. They're literally the Cavendish frozen French fries that they sell in the freezer section. So if you love the Costco food court fries, you can go purchase them yourself about 300 feet away from where you normally eat them. It's not a trade secret. Wedges go pretty crazy. We don't have wedges at the Costco's I've been to here. Grocery store wedges kind of go insane, no? It would be nice if any grocery store here staffed their deli counter so you could order them without waiting like 15 minutes for someone to walk over, but On the off chance you actually find the person that can sell them to you, yeah, they go off. Hey, NL, have you heard the new Beatles song? Oh, you mean Let It Be? No, I know they had a new one that was locked into the Apple Records vault or whatever. I haven't heard anything new. I do not know about it. Unless it's like a viral tweet, in which case I may have seen it. Like, did you see the tweets that was like, bro was ready for anything? And it's a guy at a club on Halloween. And he's holding 2 drinks in the club. And he's kind of like looking at one girl and she says like, ooh, and walks by. Then he looks at another girl and he leans in to give her a kiss. And then it's actually a mask that's on the back of her head. So when she feels another person that close behind her, she turns around and goes, what the fuck? And then the dude looks like so shell-shocked. It's a great video. I think he may have been intoxicated. Have you seen the other clip where he goes in again and he's clearly joking? Oh, sorry, no, the context squad has been summoned. It's not like I was gonna find the dude and send him a death threat. It was just a funny video. I'm glad that this anonymous person on the internet is now vindicated and the video is no longer funny. Thanks a lot. You've taken a little joy out of the world. Let's go. He noticed me. The male loneliness epidemic. The consequences of the male loneliness epidemic have been disastrous for modern society. Next thing you're going to tell me is the Unabomber's not a good guy. You're going to tell me he did some like messed up stuff in the 80s. Rip to the yes, you took the joke. Rip to the Unabomber. You would have loved Skibbity Toilet. I muted the wrong side. I muted the game audio and not I muted the game audio and not my microphone audio. Good thing I didn't do what I normally do when I mute and go to the bathroom and go, I can't fucking do it. I can't fucking do it. Another 3 hours. I can't fucking do it, you guys. This is the one. This is the last one. I can't fucking do it. And we're back. /marker. Dan Giesling told me I could not get fucking. I can't do it. Fucking, we'll do it live. I'll write it. All right. I'm inverting my mutes so you don't hear me pee. Dan Giesling told me I couldn't be. I'm just joking. Okay, hang on. Let me get the screen region set up here. Tavern music. I missed the tavern music. What is this instrument anyway? Is this a lute or a... Oh, this is Lizzo on Thomas Jefferson's flute. It's crazy that Thomas Jefferson didn't play a cello, considering that he lived in Monticello. Lin Manuel Miranda writing down lyrics right now. And I'm plucking all the strings like I'm playing the cello, and I'm the #1 fellow that's living in Monticello. So bars. No one's writing that down. Write this down! Wake up, honey. We are so back. For the King 2 just came out about an hour ago. I want to start by saying thank you to Curve Games and Iron Oak Games for the sponsorship. Thank you. We're going to be playing this for 2 hours today. If you're not familiar, For the King, it made a splash. Came out a few years ago. Time got kind of distorted around then for a number of different reasons that are not relevant here. It is a single-player or multiplayer tabletop-inspired RPG. So you can play it by yourself. You can play it with your friends. You go into... You do battles. You do... dungeons, you get treasure, you roll dice, you'll see it for yourself. It's a little bit of that like tabletop meets digital RPG experience. Also, it is available now, as mentioned. It is 10% off for its opening week sale. Take advantage of that 10% discount now till November the 9th. A new item! A general overview of this item is available at the bottom of the card. Keep an eye out for rarity, as you may see new items from time to time. You're good at intelligence. You got 76 brain. I was trying to make a joke about that. It was going to be like 1776 must be American, but I was like, not in the sponsored segment. People might take it the wrong way. Tinder pouch. When I grew up, we were calling it a hoe bag, but I guess the times have changed. It's a joke from a Medea family funeral, in case you're curious. My, we haven't seen many adventurers in these parts for a spell. Hard to believe it's been 20 years since the Chaos Wars, ain't it? Why, I almost missed that little scoundrel Vexor. He was a right delight next to what we're dealing with these days. Heavens me! I'd take a wee bit of thunder and lightning any time over this, yes I would. In case you haven't heard, all's not well in Farul. The good Queen Rosamund lost her bleeding mind. Now us simple folk live in terror, we do. What has happened to our once lovely queen? There's a combat range? Oh, well, why didn't you say if there's a combat range? Is that like any enemy or friendly inside of this range will come to our aid in battle? Or to our detriment, I suppose. Okay. The red hexes represent the enemy's combat range. So they're going to bring in this other... I don't want to be rude, but I'm going to guess that this is called a hag. They're going to bring this hag into the fight. Allies and enemies involved will be displayed. There could be 4 enemies here. Holy. You'll be able to fight, ambush, or sneak. Ambush, 60% chance of success. Sneak, 40% chance of... I would like to ambush you. Alright, we got the 4% critical failure. Now, we should either prioritize the healer or prioritize killing units that we can kill before they get a chance to act. Is there any chance I can do 10 damage to you? A slash is 2 to 6. A stab is 0 to 6. On success, it breaks a shield. We can also taunt. I feel like taunting always makes sense if the fight's going to go long. Why don't you start me off with a little taunt on myself? Incredible. We've whiffed. In over your head, now might be a good time to run away. 74% chance to flee. We take those. Bye! They got 1 brain on that one. Minus 7 HP. We describe that as not ideal. Splash abilities target more than 1 enemy at a time. Okay, that's fine. We're leaving. We'll be leaving this fight. I shouldn't have engaged in this. Oh no. You have received the status as well. Don't kill me already. 62% chance to escape. Bye. Did it fail? Looks like you have a shield. This grants the guard skill. They're unable to flee, bro. The tutorial told me to take someone out of the fight, so I did, and then they nobody else can run. Minus 3 HP. Herbalist. You could always just throw a bomb. I think you got to drop a cure on yourself. Leave it up to the stable hand to do everything. Confuse. They've added. Did it fail? They added confusion to themselves. Okay, Goblin Trickster. You should simply flee from the battle. Oh, the debuff is the floor. It's a confused tile. I understand. Well, at least that means once this dude's dead. If I can ever kill him. It's so good. Equip weapon? What have you done? Please. Critical hit, critical hit. Hunter, don't mess around with this one. Oh no, he messed around. You're gonna get one more attack. Hardest boss in the game, confirmed. You're confused again, that's fine. It just needs to do 1 damage, which has to punch through 6 magical armor, so like there's no chance. You need to punch through 6 magical armor, please. Oh my god! Good. Physical day, you got no physical armor. Okay, that phase 1, no problem. I'm still in the tutorial. It's alright, we're gonna get fully healed on a level up. Garter Snake and a Timber Wolf. I would love to get involved in combat. Let's go after this Timberwolf first. He's bringing in some laddies. An ambush has a 57% chance to succeed. You know what we do in this household? We use 1 focus. We bring that up to 85. You gotta admit, we've had a little bit of atypically bad luck so far. The first time, when we had like 61% chance of success, 36% chance mild failure, 4% chance crit failure, and we rolled the crit failure, that like changed my life. That changed the way I thought about the world. Is it crazy to anyone else that Lady Gaga is 2 years younger than Avril Lavigne? For me, because it does seem sort of crazy, but it makes perfect sense. Avril Lavigne broke out in like the year 2002. Lady Gaga broke out in like the year 2008. But Avril was very young when she broke out. So I think like almost all of Avril's top popularity was like before she was the age of 30. It makes sense. I hate it when you think logically. Chipley, I'm playing For the King too. I gotta think logically. She was also replaced by a lookalike. No, she wasn't. I don't think. That would be very surprising to me if she were. Didn't they say that about Paul McCartney too? What, that he was very young when he broke out? Well, yeah, I mean, that's when, like, as a teenager, that's when that stuff's gonna happen, you know? Your hormones are going crazy. They didn't even have Oxy back then. Or Clearasil. I don't know what the kids use these days. They still using Oxy pads? Oxy? It's a North American skincare brand. They're like pads soaked in salicylic acid that you like scrape across your head when you're a teenager as skincare. And when you did it, when you wiped the pad across your forehead, you would feel like, you know what your throat feels like when you drink an ice cold, crispy Coke Zero? That was what your face felt like when you put an Oxy pad on it. It would be like, and when you felt this sting, you would be like, oh good, it's working. We should have been more liberal about our use of focus earlier. Take me to the market. Let me see what you got here. God's beard, very helpful. Can I take gold from other part? Oh, I need them to give it to me, I guess. Scholar's gloves, +1 resistance, +1 magical damage. I'm a simple man. Why don't you buy and equip those? And then your light gloves can travel to somebody else. They're in your pouch. Fair enough. And then do me a favor. Give 6 gold to the herbalist, okay? You can see how in single player it's a lot easier. I can just imagine playing this in multiplayer with my good friend Michael A.L. Fox. I'll be like, hey, can you give me the gold so I can buy things to heal our whole party? And he'd be like, it's my gold. Why don't you use your gold? And I'd be like, well, God's beard is 12 each and I only have 11 gold. So in order for me to be able to use my party heal on the whole party, I need to get... And he would be like, yeah, but why don't you use your gold for that? I really want this belt. Reading up on the Peloton chat right now to prepare for my ride. Who's Alanis, an instructor? You have done psychic damage to me. Alanis, bro. Alanis Morissette, the Canadian rock princess. I was trying to think of the right word. That was not the right word. She plays God in Dogma. So true. She's got like 4 not very good albums and then 1 album that's inexplicably like a 10 out of 10 and one of the top 20 best albums of the 1990s. The Liz Fair of Oshawa, Ontario. Knowledge pipe. This pipe grants a small amount of XP when used with any herb. Holy cow, there's a Timberwolf out there. And nobody tell the Brazilian NBA accounts that there's a Timberwolf 2 tiles away, okay? Don't even get me started on the one where... the one with the fish eating another fish. Me under the blanket. I don't want to get into it, okay? Especially not during the sponsored segment, okay? Do not post it. Brazil NBA accounts going crazy.
Get my lawyer.
So I didn't see that. Okay, I didn't see what you guys are talking about, okay? I didn't see all of that. Have you chucked your daughter in a pool yet? We've gone swimming. I haven't thrown her in a pool, like, without giving her notice first. We have gone swimming, though. She took swimming lessons, but she took them when she was like a baby, so I don't know if she kept all of that swimming IQ that she learned. Ambush! No. Start a fight with all combatants in the area? It's book versus spider, bro. This is like just in my house. Just flee. We go second, just flee. We're not poisoned. What's our flee chance? 68? I would flee and use one focus. Like, I just... We said we were going to be more liberal with our focus. We're going to flee and use one focus. There you go. Don't let it ruin your whole run, okay? Welcome to For the King. Now, bash. 4 to 9 physical damage. Stun. 78% chance to stun. Unsuccess. I'm going to assume that's a stun, and this is like dazed. There's a chance this kills you. Go in for it, brother. Oh my god, there's an 88% chance. Are you kidding me? There's an 88% chance for each coin to come up heads. 2 of 3 came up tails? I feel like I'm losing my mind here. A treasure chest. Let's have the blacksmith open it. Uh-oh. Oh! Okay. Obviously, you're going to eat a Biden blast straight to the face. Great to have some magical damage dealers here. A Biden ray right to the face. It's damage. It's not a ton. Why is all magic Biden damage? I don't know. Just trying to keep the people going, you know? Just trying to give them something to pog up about. Oh my god! Are you kidding me, man? Okay, I'll have the blacksmith come in just to gain some tempo. It's literally just a rat. Fight it. The game is not that hard once you learn the language. Alright, I understand. I mean, I got faith in myself. People forgot I played like 30, 40 hours of Divinity Original Sin 2, okay? Like, I beat Marvel's Midnight Suns, I beat XCOM 2, War of the Chosen multiple times, Enemy Unknown and Enemy Within multiple times. It takes me a little longer than the average gamer, but I can figure it out. I'm still waiting on Mathis to stop exploding the tar pits. Now we have an old school viewer here. It's another thing. I'm not saying I'm the best RPG gamer, but anyone who's seen me play RPGs, and I apologize if there's members from Team Unity here, anyone who's seen me play RPGs like that with other people knows that I'm usually the guy trying to wrangle the rest of the team to do the most sensible thing. And then I'm like, whatever you do, please don't do the attack. Please don't stand in the tar and then do the attack that causes you to light yourself on fire, thus exploding all of us. And they're like, yeah, no problem. And then the next thing they do is click on the thing that makes them light on fire and blow us all up. And they're like, oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Apollo also helps. Soiled loincloth on the scholar. He's too busy learning to go to the toilet. Me, when it's my appointment with my urologist, it's half price P day. That's staggering. I'm just going to be honest with you. If I was in single combat against a crow, it's not even getting one attack in on me. I'm not giving it the chance. I understand this is an abstraction of combat for the purposes of gaming. But in real life, a crow's not getting one in on me. How are you going to stop a crow swooping in from above? it's gonna come down like this. I'm gonna go. Listen here, you piece of crap. You try to come in here with a little mussel shell in your mouth, drop that on my head from 100 feet up in the air, give me a dang concussion. I'm just walking along the Vancouver seawall. I don't think so, you piece of junk. Oh, I'm gonna slam it down into the cobblestone. My will to survive is too high for a crow to get a freebie on me. It's gonna fail the ambush check. They hotfixed my client. Your Honor, Saul Goodman in the Epic vs. Apple Games case. Your Honor, I may not be a big city Rizzler. I'm merely a small town barrister and solicitor from the north of England. Big city Rizzler is cracking me up. I think I might be broken. Yeah, that happens around here. We're going the distance. Don't even talk to me about going for speed. NL, the type of guy to ask if he needs to pull the forest over. Listen, okay, I was watching a little bit of Squeaks. I was laughing. I was watching Squeaks watch Schooled, and the two contestants had made it to the 11th grade. I was laughing so hard. The question was like, which two consecutive odd numbers add to 36? And I'm not saying I'm a genius, but just in my head, I was like, it's 19 and 17. Like, it can't be anything else. Then, like, both contestants got it, but when Squeaks was doing the math, he was like, wait, an odd number is like a number that is divisible by 2 with a remainder, and he drew like a bunch of like numbers and then symbols, and then he was like, I think it's gonna be like 11 and 13 or something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do this one.
All right.
Wait, don't worry.
The sum of two consecutive odd integers is 36. Find the two integers.
What's an integer? the square root of 36? I have no clue. Oh, an integer is just a whole number? So like 6 times 6 is 36. Oh wait, but it's a sum. So 13.
Jack is locked in.
So 12. Wait, 13.
Emily's locked in.
Wait, that's so easy, but it has to be 2 consecutive. Oh. And it has to be odd. So then 17 and 19.
And then he thought for a second, and then he crossed it out, and then he was like, wait a minute, I think I got it wrong. I think it's like 17 and 19, and then he circled it, and I was like, the typical, the average answer on Schooled is like when they show their work, it's like a bunch of symbols that are completely unrelated to the questions, and then magically out of nowhere, the correct answer circled a couple of times. I was like, it really brought me back.
What did you write?
7.
Oh my god, it's over?
19 and
Wait,
17.
no, Doug
Looks like
got
you both
it.
wrote it at the same time, and you were both correct.
Holy
and Jack
shit.
as well. Everyone gets their
Wow.
points.
Sorry for blowing up your spot. I was having fun. I was having a good time. How do you show your work on that? I don't know how. I guess if you, I would like to think that you could just say it's 19 and 17. But I guess you could be like, 36 divided by 2 is 18. And then, I don't know, go from there. +1, -1. I did like, this season of Schooled, they have like an older gentleman on the show who must be like a teacher or something, right? And he's like the helper that shows how you actually get to the correct answer. It was actually kids before that episode. Really? That's so funny. They were using like genuine 5th graders. That's great. I think Squeaks was making it up though. He has a college degree. I can't even talk smack. I know everybody's always like, yeah, from UC Davis. And I'm like, yeah, UC Davis is probably better than like almost all Canadian universities. If I had to guess. He's also been streaming on Twitch for several years. Well, that's it. Streaming on this website, it does make you... Well, there's a couple of things, really, that are worth pointing out. One is that it makes you stupider because you're subjected to like idiocy every single day. Like, even smart people are not typing smart things in chat. I'm not saying that everybody in chat is stupid, but you're not saying smart things most of the time. I'm sure there's many people with advanced college degrees and academics, but they're typing skibbity riz in the chat. Did you hear Hassan went to skibbity riz and poured a Panera charged lemonade down the original cameraman's toilet? Like, and then they're going back and they're like, well, you see, we found gluons where we didn't expect to find them. But the other thing is, just as you get out of... I found this when I was unschooled as well. Once you get out of school, you think that like a lot of the stuff you learn is going to stay in your brain forever, but if you don't use it, it's gone. And I'm not talking about just like random facts, which obviously deprecate. I had to reteach myself how to do long division. We probably spent hundreds of hours doing it 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade. And I had to relearn how to divide. In my head, I can kind of divide numbers. You know, if you're like, what's 130 divided by 8? I would be like, okay, well, it's like fucking, I didn't pick a gray one. It's like 16 is somewhere in there. 16 with the remainder of 4 or something. Anyway, 16 with the remainder of 8? No, then it'll be 7 to whatever. Anyway, you can get close. Regardless. Doing that by hand in long division, I was like, I had to figure it out again. I had to watch like a video for 9-year-olds on YouTube. You just don't use it in real life. You either get a calculator or it's like, hey, the bill is $107 and there's 5 of us. Can everyone throw in like a 20 and a toonie? No tip. Crag Wolf. It's crazy that you'll meet a guy. Hang on, I'm trying to see if I know anybody with this name. Maybe I shouldn't say it. I was gonna say it's crazy that you'll meet a guy and he'll be like, my name's Craig. And you're like, really? I'm just joking though. It's just, if there's any Craigs watching this, I'm just trying to fill airtime, okay? Okay, Ryan? I mean, I know, I didn't name myself, you know? You can name yourself, you just didn't change the default setting? Yeah, but it's like, it's not that important to me. Like, the cost of changing my name is so high. It's gonna screw up like every database that my information is in across the entire world. Like, what am I gonna do if I start getting spam calls trying to take all my information and they keep calling me Ryan? They don't even know my real name is the CEO of Who Asked. It's gonna screw up my Costco membership, yeah. Exactly. Could ruin my life. If you're gonna change your name, you should really do it when you're like 17. You can do it whenever you want, but it's the cost to doing it later in life is quite high. Think of all the new forms you're gonna have to fill out. My wife has been saying a different name than the one that's on her ID for 10 years. Nobody cares. Just you wait. Just you wait till that birth certificate comes, Dio Guiga. Wait till you're interfacing with the government, or a particularly anal gate agent at the airport. Wait till you have to pick up a package from the post office, and your wife is like, can you pick this up for me? And you're like, sure, no problem. And then they're like, this isn't for you. And you're like, yeah, that's my wife. And you're like, what's her name? And then you use the name that she prefers to be called instead of the name that was given to her by a Canadian immigration official when she was 9 years old. And then all of a sudden they look at you like you're like smuggling contraband. World's worst smuggler. Yeah, I know, right? I was thinking about that yesterday. I've never been incepted to believe that people were like, you know, putting drugs in people's candy on Halloween. But I was laughing when people were like, just think about it for 2 seconds. Why would someone buy drugs? Like they're probably expensive. And then put them into candy to give to children without like anonymizing their own, like they're committing the crime literally on the front step of their own house. It's like, it's one of those things where you're like, if they were gonna just kill people, they could just kill people. They don't need to buy fentanyl and put it into a Reese's peanut butter cup. They could just you know, go out there and do it. Trick-or-treating kind of washed this year. I'm sad to say that I think you might be right. It was nice for us, we got a few kids, but not as many as I would think, given the neighborhood we live in. I still do think it's funny that kids don't seem to be saying trick-or-treat anymore. Trick-or-treat was a hallmark for us growing up. Now they come to your door, they say, Happy Halloween. And I'm like, I mean, it's not a happy Halloween, but at the same time, like, it's supposed to... Trick-or-treat is a phrase you only get to use now and then. Like, I prefer we take advantage of it. They don't want to get tricked. I'm not gonna... I was trick-or-treating back in the frickin' 90s, bro. I never got tricked. I never came to somebody's house and got tricked. They were never like, got your nose or something. They were always like, you know, here's some Old Dutch regular flavored potato chips in an aluminum foil bag. And then I went, thank you. What are you supposed to be? I'm Michelangelo, the Ninja Turtle. Michelangelo, probably my second or third favorite turtle. Well, like, listen. I feel like you're wrong. I feel like the most liked turtles are Michelangelo and Donatello. Donatello does machines. Purple's a cool color. He carries a bow staff. So he's in the mix for number one. Michelangelo is a party dude. He loves pizza. He's got a zany attitude. So that's going to put him in the mix too. Raphael, we'll come back to Raphael. Here's what I'm going to say. Leonardo just doesn't have any personality outside of being a leader. So as a result, I feel like he ends up being the least favorite turtle. Most people probably wouldn't have him last, but the fewest people have him first. That's my take on this. Raphael is my last, because first off, I should have gone here, because then I could have done whatever. We'll figure it out. Raphael is last for me, because I don't like his insubordinate attitude. But I can also understand that a lot of people would identify with that, and as a result, I see him being up in the number one position for a lot of people. Also, he was a very important part of the first movie. Raphael, kind of edgy and annoying. It blew my mind as a kid when I watched the Ninja Turtle movie, and Raphael said, damn. That was like my first exposure to cursing, probably. I imagine in the movie, like if Reddit was around when the Ninja Turtles movie came out, people would be like, that moment changed my life. When the Ninja Turtles broke bad, I realized this wasn't just a movie for little kids anymore. Same, I yelled it out like him because I didn't know it was a bad word. At some point, damn stopped being a bad word, I think. It used to be censored on the television when there was like music that said damn. That used to be censored. And then at some point they just allowed it. But you can't say GD in the United States of America, which is always funny to me. I guess it's just funny because, you know, things change. I'm so old I was surprised to read this sucks in a Pokemon game. I can relate to that. I know Librarian will tell you I've told this story before. It was in the 4th grade. I don't know if anyone here is Kingston, Ontario pilled. We went out to a chain buffet restaurant on Bath Road. Maybe it's on Gardeners. It's been a while. It's called Buffet Delight. It's not there anymore. Used to be next to the Guardsman Insurance. We went out to Buffet Delight. It was me, my parents, my grandparents, and like a few of my cousins. I was getting annoyed at, they were like kind of not mocking me, but they were teasing me a little bit. And I said, absent-mindedly, I said, frig off. And that was not a word I had ever used at home before. And at first I was like embarrassed because I was like, oh no, now they know how I talk at school when they're not around. But then I got even more embarrassed because they saw how embarrassed I was. And they were like, whoa, easy there. Now we know how he talks when he's with his friends. Whoa, look at him using bad words. And then I was like, oh, it's like so much worse. First time I swore in front of my parents, I threw up. I remember I had a friend, he was my neighbor growing up. He was like 1 year younger than me. And he used to swear at like age 12. He would swear in the car with his mom. And then she was like, you're not allowed to swear until you're 18. I thought that was so funny. Not like naive, but I just like the idea that like it's illegal to swear until you're 18 years old. Imagining like some kid on their 18th birthday that's like, I'll take a Playboy and a pack of cigarettes and a Lotto 649 ticket. Shit for brains. Like, sorry, I'd like to apologize to the sponsor, okay? But they're just exercising all of their rights simultaneously. It's still in Korean. Yes. Yes, it is still in Korean. I don't even want to tell you, by the way, I'm sure I still have the controller drift. You know what I think the problem is? I think it's that I still have my Logitech steering wheel plugged in from when I played F1 like 3 months ago. I do not want to be on language Italian. It's changing all my display settings. I had English for a second. We're back on Italian. Just give me a second. So unplug it. Sometimes when I unplug it, it freezes my camera. Okay, I'm in Chinese. That's not going to do. Give me a second here. I've also turned off all the sound somehow. Okay, we got to unplug it. It just pisses me off because it's the only game that it does it with, okay? Everything else has worked completely fine. If this breaks my camera, I'm going to lose my mind. Hey, I'm still here. I'm still standing after all this time. Hey, my controller drift is fixed. Okay, language, English, input latency, we'll do a recalibration. Vibration, no. Full screen, yes. Favorite region, US West. Master volume, 10, 10, 10. Crossplay, yes. Frame rate, 60. VSync, yes. Okay, hang on. I'm just doing latency calibration.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, play!
Input latency. It went from -40 to 15. Holy, I'm gonna be unstoppable, man. 55 millisecond difference in input latency. It was at -40. I know, and everybody was like, his rhythm's so bad. Why isn't he hitting perfects? And I was still winning. Was that the bite of 83? I understand that reference. It's a reference to Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, I don't know what it means, but I know what it relates to. I'm going to add that into my own lexicon. It's the bite of 87. Okay, note to self. Anytime we get dead air, I now have 2 lines I can go to. Who farted? Or was that the bite of 87? Just hopped in and accidentally stream sniped you? You don't understand. You're not stream sniping me. You're locked in the crucible with Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. You made the biggest mistake of your life by accident. And there's no escape. Death is the only escape. I'm perfect. Oh, really? Are you guys even trying? You literally just hit the buttons. I don't see what the problem is. Hello? 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 Where are you? Oh my god, we won by 24 seconds. Who farted? Is this the bite of 87? Holy, what happened, man? Jay Cobber made it, by the way. I am logged in with him, they said. Oh, man.
Memorize. 3, 2, 1, play. Memorize. 3, 2, 1, play. Stop. Memorize. 3, 2, 1, play. Stop. Memorize.
What happened?
3, 2,
I don't want to talk about it.
finish.
Everybody's been through this in Headbangers. I saw the bonus and said, I gotta get that. And then wasn't paying attention. Jay Cobber! Good job, good job. And then didn't pay attention to the sequence. The reason, in my head, I said, I'm not gonna go for the bonuses. Then I remembered that yesterday Justin was killing it and someone got a bonus and passed him even though he was basically perfect. And I was like, oh, I gotta go for the bonus.
Tournament.
You probably should go for the bonus, but you also need to memorize the sequence. What is my dude saying? Danza. Is this the bite of 87? Unplug the steering wheel, Joe. Or Asuka will have to get in the robot again. Like she did during the bite of 87.
Listen. Play. Listen. Play. Listen. Play. Listen. Play. Listen. Play.
We take those, I was doing great. Made it to the finals, that's all you could ask for. I didn't see the note, bro! I didn't see the note! You know what, I'm gonna run one more, just because I was late to start today. And then I will send them over. I started at like 9:20 this morning. He's addicted? I'm hungry, but I like to put in an honest 5-hour workday. You're late every day, my man? You know what, you're right, I should just go. I'm just kidding. Just change your schedule to 9:15. It doesn't work like that. Your schedule is like, it's like, your schedule is water. It takes the shape of the container that it's in. Because the way that for a week, if I changed it to be like, first off, telling people you start at 9:15 is like, what do you think you are? Like a segment on like the local news? Like, oh, the weather comes on at like 9:17. It's on the 17s and the 37s. Like, it's just not good optics. But the other part of it is, if I set my schedule to 9:15, by the time I, for a couple of weeks, it would be like, oh my God, I'm not late. I'm exactly on time. But then one day, like something would come up that would interrupt the normalcy. And then as a result, I would be like, well, today I'm going to be like 5 minutes late. And then you're like, well, I was 5 minutes late yesterday. The emergency didn't pop up, but that's like breached the seal on it. And then you acclimate to it, right? So the same thing. People are like, well, you changed it to 8:45. Well, that's not really like how it works. I got to change my whole life to start the stream at 8:45. That's insane. And then if I started at 9, people would still be like, you're 15 minutes late. So that's really like, that one doesn't solve anything. It's amazing. You know what this is? I don't text and drive, and I'm being sincere. My phone stays in my pocket the entire time. I've never even been tempted to check something. I just grew up in an era where it wasn't even possible, so it never even had to, like, be, a habit never had to be forced out of me. But this game is, like, exemplary of why you should not text and drive. You're like, oh, it's just taking a little bit of my focus. Yeah, well, look at, they ask you to spin your analog stick while pressing 2 buttons. And look at how much focus you lose just doing that. Now you're gonna tell me you can watch TikToks and drive on the freeway at the same time? Don't be an idiot. Like one blue box flying in from the side of the screen, forcing you to think about it for even a split second is enough to throw off your entire rhythm. And you might say that's just you. Yeah, well, like, look at this. I'm in like the top 12% of the lobby right now. So you're, if anything, you're probably worse. On average. It's a scary thought. So you're saying this game can train you to text and drive? Exactly. This is text and drive simulator. We'll come here tomorrow. Kate, stop by the liquor store on your way home from dropping our daughter off at daycare tomorrow. I'm going to have 8 beers and try to play this. We're going to get drunk and text while driving training going. I would only ever use it in VR, okay? Legendary stream. You thought it was bad to crack a Coke Zero at 9 a.m. You know what's fucked up? I bet you would get less flack for cracking a beer at 9 a.m. From this audience, at least. I think they would be like, some days are just like that. You crack a Coke at 9 a.m., people are like, are you insane? Well, well, well. Who can't text and drive now, motherfucker? Toe Walker energy. So true. I genuinely believe spend your focus on the first like 4 rounds, and then on the last rounds, memorize 4 or 5, and then just rely on your reaction time. You have to clear your mind on this one. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in the bite of 87. Focus. I'm cooked. Oh, man, it's just... Oh! You should have killed me when you had the chance. Oh, man. I'm not risking anything on this one. I'm just gonna hang as long as I can. Clear your mind. Relax yourself. I know what I'm doing. It's visualization. It's visualization.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
That's why we visualize. It wasn't Joe, huh? Nope. invincibility.
One.
Sword? Sword? Sword?
Finish.
What happened? We didn't even get started, bro. We didn't even get started. That was the preamble. What the hell? You pushed me out with that invincibility? What do you mean I pushed you out with the invincibility? What are you talking about? Didn't do anything. Only third graders are playing right now? Please don't insult Joe like that. Hang on. Honestly, for me, you gotta go headphones. I'll go with the basic Andes. Hair? None. Headphones, please. Face? That's all we got. Glasses? That's all we got. Sideburns, not necessary. On my neck. I'm gonna go necklace. I mean, the black on black John Wick is kind of sick with it, right? I can't mess around with that. I also have a pink suit on. Nothing on the lower body. My taunt? Yeah, it's got to be that. Let's go with take this. Let's go with Pigeon. Save outfit. We call this Jonathan Wick. This is the Steve Jobs. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed your stream. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna send you over to my wife. Enjoy yourself, but not too much. I'll see you tomorrow for some more gaming. Stretch! Oh, someone's gotta do a study on this, man. Why does this feel so good? Just to put your arms out like that. Feels amazing.
When are you putting up your holiday decor? Probably end of November. You know, yesterday when I got into the car to drive Luna off, my dude was listening to Christmas Carol. November 1st, my dude was listening to carols, dude. And I'm like, I get it, but it's November 1st. Maybe start with that shit maybe December 1st? And Ryan said, oh, I'm in the holiday mood really early this year. I'm like, I mean, that's great, but November 1st, carols, that's too early. I'm not very holiday person. I appreciate though, like, you know, lit trees. But I think it's just that, you know, Christmas is not the end of the winter. It's almost like the start of the winter. You know what I mean? So when the Christmas, they go like, oh, winter time, yay, Christmas time, oh. And then when the Christmas ends, winter still continues. And that's what I hate about Christmas. It really is nothing to do with Christmas, but the fact that we kind of celebrate the winter time during Christmas. But once Christmas is over, nobody celebrates wintertime, but it's still wintertime for like 2-3 months. So I think they should actually have Christmas in, you know, like end of January, so that once Christmas is over, we can celebrate the winter, the whole winter through. And once Christmas is over, like, oh, we can welcome the spring. We don't celebrate any season, really. I mean, we celebrate summer. We go like, woo, barbecue time, summertime. Yeah, you do not. Because you do not go outside You need to go outside and touch the grass. I literally say that to you every day. January can be taken over by Christmas and winter stuff. Well, it's just that once Christmas over, there is no winter stuff. It's like, oh yeah, it's winter time. Let's celebrate Christmas. Woo! And then Christmas ends. Everyone goes, I hate winter time. They're all like, they get all salty and they go, winter time. Look at slush, snow, cold, Like, how come you weren't complaining before Christmas or during Christmas, and then after Christmas you go like, I hate winter. All I'm saying is that if Christmas was a month late, like, you know, end of January or something like that, then people will enjoy the winter for longer. Nobody will go, it's winter time, You know what I mean? People will enjoy the fall longer, and then they will enjoy the winter longer. And once Christmas is over, then they can go like, oh, spring soon, Easter soon. You know what I mean? Instead of, like, January, there's nothing. And then that's the peak winter. And everyone is just all grumpy and go like, ugh. And then February, it's like winter time still, but it's not the peak. Like, peak is January, I would say. So February, you're kind of like, I'm done with the winter. Let the spring come. And then March, you're like, oh, it's still cold, but, you know, it's springtime. You know, Easter Bunny kind of associates with spring coming, so they go all excited and happy again. It's just that people get, like, seriously grouchy in January. And then, like, February, at least people kind of like, oh, you know, Valentine's Day. So they kind of like, There's nothing because it's peak winter. Yeah, but I'm saying, because when there is Christmas and when people are looking forward to Christmas, they go like, oh my god, it's snowing, it's magical. You know what I'm saying? It's like, before Christmas or on Christmas when it's snowing, everyone goes like, oh my gosh, I love snow, oh my gosh, it's white Christmas, oh my gosh, it's magical, wow. And then after Christmas, if it ever snows, people go, oh my god, I hate it. Shit falling down from the sky. God damn it. You know what I mean? The attitude changes. What's special in May? May is just beautiful. Well, at least May in Vancouver is beautiful. It's like, it's warmer than spring, but cooler than summer. It's beautiful. It's like May is like picnic month. Go out for picnics. We don't really need, you know, something to celebrate when it's not, I guess, cold and grouchy. Well, I guess the grouchiness is just purely from people, but whatever. May is not picnic time in Ontario. Well, you can say that. May is not picnic time in North Pole. I'm just saying, in Vancouver, how am I supposed to say, oh, May is like this in everywhere on Earth? Bro. Snow before Christmas. Wow, so festive. Wow, people clap. Snow after Christmas. Are you freaking kidding me? I just shoveled. It's so true. That's just the complaint that I have about Christmas, is that it's right at the beginning of wintertime. All it needs to do is push back a few weeks so that it's near the end of the winter, so people can be more festive for longer instead of being all grouchy. If you do that, December doesn't have anything. No, okay. Listen. We can enjoy October, November being fall completely. And fall is a beautiful season. It's not hot. It's not cold. The scenery is beautiful. Leaves all like colored leaves. Like, it's so pretty. And then December, we can then, hey, Christmas coming soon. And then people will enjoy December just to think about Christmas in January. And then in January, they go like, yo, Christmas is very soon. And then once Christmas is over in January, then they go, hey, it's Valentine's Day. And after that, it's spring. You know what I mean? Like, it will help out to kind of help out the ease of the grouchiness of wintry people. Yeah, people will just celebrate 2 months, like extended Christmas, instead of a month of Christmas. Origin is such a grouchy mood. You can't do that. It's not after Christmas. Before Christmas, everyone's jolly and happy. I don't even want to see you after Christmas because you're gonna be even more grouchy, dude. Can't even handle this. Him going, there's no Santa. November 2nd, there's no Santa. Come on, man. I do wonder. Well, to me, I have a great excuse because January is my birthday. So it's like after Christmas. I'm like, no, wait, the party's not over, guys. Don't go home yet. Wait, just stick around. Just give me a moment. It's my birthday soon. Just stick around. Just enjoy the winter a little bit. Hey, everybody come back. It's my birthday. Celebrate my birthday, please. Dude, I might have to go poop. I think I should poop before I start the game. Because then I don't want to be playing the game and I go, oh my gosh, Chad, I have to use the bathroom, and then like don't come back for like 3 minutes, and then people go, where the cake go? Wait, I'll tell you one story before I go. When it's so funny, when Luna gets scared, she farts, and I don't know if it's like, is that like human thing? Like is that supposedly the human nature? Like if you get scared, you fart, or is that just my daughter? I just like, it is the funniest thing. Like sometimes, I like to not scare her, but like, like I go like boo like that, you know what I mean? Like I would hide behind the door and wait for her, and I go like boo, and then she likes it. Okay, she likes it. She goes like ah, and then she giggles like hee 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 hee. But when she go ah, like she farts. It's the cutest thing of all time, man. It's the cutest thing. Like she got like legit so scared she farts. Oh, this is the cutest thing. I fart when I laugh too hard. Oh man, that's so good. Inherited. Yesterday. So like sometimes Ryan lets me walk in front of him. Like he would intentionally walk slower so that I will walk faster than him so he can fart, right? I got it. We got back from home. We got back home from Costco, and then I got into the house first, and then Ryan was helping Luna to take her rain boots off, and then he must have farted while he was doing that, and Luna said, "Ah, it's so stinky here," and I said, "Huh?" And it's like, it's so stinky, and then she was plugging her nose. And I said, oh my gosh, did daddy fart? And then Ryan was doing the laugh of like the nervous laugh, like, and I was like, quick, come in. It's too stinky. And Luna said, daddy farted, Oh, it's so good. And I don't know why Ryan, I guess he respects me, so he doesn't fart next to me. But he do be farting next to Luna all the time. I just hear like I'm like, whoa, who farted? And then Ryan goes, hey, you're not supposed to hear that. And I said, why is it that you always fart next to Luna? Why do you always fart next to Luna? And then he said, because she does not judge me. And I was like, just fart when you're alone. My dad walked away in a store one time. I followed him and found out why he was walking away. He farted and it smelled terrible. It's just the dad move, dude. Oh, man. No judgments now, but in 10 years, ... I don't think it will take 10 years. Legit, I think in 2 years, she'd be like, mommy, daddy farted. And it's crazy. Like yesterday, I smell something stinky. So I said, did you fart? To Luna. Did you fart? And she's like, no, I don't fart. Maybe it was Daddy who farted. But then I was in our bedroom and it was just two of us. And I was like, come on. How could Daddy fart and I would smell it? And she kept blaming on Ryan. Like, no, I did not fart. It must be Daddy. Daddy must have farted. Really? Really? You think I will fall for that? Come on. But I mean, truth to be told, like, I would say 80% of the time, she would get away with it. They say only the smart kid lies, like, when they're young. Not like when they're older, but like when kids are younger, like smart kids lie. And it's like, it kind of like shows their smartness or something. I don't know, I think I saw it somewhere.
What is it? My libido's gone berserk. I don't wanna go to work. I don't want nothing to eat. Driving up and down the street, but only 2 weeks ago. 2, 3, you said you'd never leave me. 2, 3, 4, but here I am alone. 1, 2, then in this world of reckless happenstance, why do good things have to go away? 2, 3, and leave you with nothing. 2, 3, 4, and she left me with nothing. If you know the words, sing along. You ever listen to Prozac, man? That was a song, dude.